So we have discussed about the HCM data loader structure of the file, and we have discussed about the keys and how many like when we do the data load, there are two options available for import and load. So and after you load the data, we have to check in three places. One is staging table, base table, and keys table. Okay, and after that we have to verify in the front end also whether the data successfully loaded or not. Okay. First, we will see the single or simple business object, that is job family business object. Job family business object. First step is we have to define the source system owner. First, we have to define the source system owner. We have to define the source system owner name in our Oracle Fusion HCM. How to define the source system owner name? Let's say source system owner name. We have to. This is the first step we need to do. Sign out.
So just one you can give any name, right?
Any name, but that just for our identification purpose, you can give any name. That's fine. In the demo instance, you can give any name. But in the real work, they will give one name. That name we need to feed in the here. Manage common lookup. You can give any.
Did you define that name in application?
Yeah, that we are defining now. Manage common lookup. Go to manage common lookup. Manage common lookup. So you have to do like this: HRC source system owner. HRC hyphen source system. HRC hyphen source. Sorry. HRC hyphen source system owner name. This is the lookup type. And set the value. So here people are doing the practices, right? That is the reason they are putting many things. But you can give some unique name. SAP I am giving. So my source system is SAP. This name, any name it will accept, guys. So my source system owner I am considering as SAP. Save and close.
In the manage lookups only we can add this source system owner, okay?
Yeah, correct. Correct. Save and close. Save and close. The navigation I will show you once again. Manage lookup. So go to the top right corner, setup and maintenance, search, manage, common lookup. Manage common lookup. So click on plus. Here you can enter the data.
So this source system definition or whatever you are doing now, is it needed only for HRM module, Vamshi? We don't
HRM,
need
yeah. FSCM not required. Only HCM it is required. Only HCM it is required. Okay. So this is the first step. Second step, enter sample data in front end. Enter sample data in the front end. So for example, you are considering job family as a business object, right? So you go to the setup and maintenance. Search. Manage job families. Manage job families. I am considering as the first example. Manage job families. Okay. So enter some sample data. Sample data means just for identification of the mandatory columns also. Enter some sample data in the front end and identify the mandatory columns. Enter some sample data in the front end and identify the mandatory columns. So how to identify? So this star indicates mandatory. So you take this one. Okay, to start it. Name. Job family code. So there are the mandatory columns for the job family business object. So enter name. I will give just job family. Submit. Submit. Okay. So after you create the data from the front end one record, so you verify whether the data has stored into base table or not. So to verify the data stored into base tables, so I told you right, we have staging table, base table, and keys table. So when you enter the data in the front end, right? So this staging table and keys table will not be affect anything. Just for entering the sample data in the front end, so only base table will be affected. So this approach will be only when we do HCM data load. This approach, staging table, base table, keys table. So this we can see only when we do the data load in the HCM data load. If you enter the some simple sample records from the front end, so only base table will be affected. This flow I can see. So now what I will do? So to verify the data stored into base tables or not. Browse catalog. Create data model. SQL query. Select for underscore jobs for underscore job underscore family underscore. Okay. We have created the data analysis. Yeah. So what I will do, I forgot the data what I have created. So where trunk of creation date equal to trunk of this date. What it will give the today records whatever we have created, right? So we have created the test underscore job family. Active state as a so the data has stored into backend table. This is the base tables. So till here, any questions you can ask me, guys. And that sample data only you see the data in base tables. It will not affect into staging on these tables. Hmm? Okay. So there is another way also we can find out the mandatory columns. So this is one way to identify the mandatory columns, right? So I told you one way to identify the mandatory columns. So another way also we can do mandatory columns. So that I will tell you now. Go to the my client group data exchange. New business object. Job family. Attributes. So if you look at this one, there is an option called required. Job family ID, job family code, job family name. Effective end date is not required. It is mentioned no. That means it is not required. Effective start date required. So this is the way also you can find out the mandatory columns in metadata. Understand or not? Mandatory columns, how to find out? Another way.
So this option only preparing the data file only purpose, right? Also.
Yeah, data file purpose only. Data file purpose only.
Hello, Vamshi. I have one doubt.
Yeah, sure.
When you enter the data manually,
Hmm.
there are limited columns.
Okay.
So here they are showing like so many columns here in attributes.
I told you, na, we have a Java family ID. Then na, ID will be generated by system.
Okay.
Okay, effective end date will be there. Action design is there. Source system owner, source system ID. This it will not be displayed in the front end. Right? GUID also will not be displayed in the front end. So this is for HDL related.
Okay.
So the only columns you can see this one, no?
Oh, okay.
The only columns which you can see is what, Vamshi? What we can tell them? What we can call them?
I'm
In
not
the front end.
understanding.
In the front end, the columns which we are seeing, right?
It
What
is
we
there,
can
na?
call
Java family code, Java family name, effective end date. There are normal columns.
normal columns.
Normal columns. No. See this ID and no. See, for example, if you go to any website here, not only this website, did you see anywhere in the ID columns you enter the data? That automatically will be generated, right?
Yes.
For example, when you do any transaction for the bank, so transaction ID will be generated automatically, right? For example, when you do any bus ticket or train ticket or air ticket, so the journey ID or something transaction ID will be generated automatically, right? You will not enter, right? Correct or
Yes.
not? Same way, they're also like that. Some columns, only front-end columns will be there here. So remaining columns, supporting columns, guys, I can say this one. GUID, this only for our updation purpose, or I told you, right, deletion purpose.
Once if you want to enable the source defs, can we enable in the form in the Java family level, in the GUI level?
Which one?
We have the attributes, right? Reference columns in the below. Let us scroll down. These reference column can we enable in the front end? I mean, front end visibility.
No, this we cannot enable, but there is other option is there. Descriptive flex field option is there.
Yeah,
That we
do
can
that.
enable.
Okay. It's referring the same these attributes, or it's showing different attributes?
Different. This is only for that columns are reference columns. For example, if you want to use those columns for your extra columns for that will be there in the source system that you want to access in your destination system, then we will use the source reference column. I think real time we will not use for that.
Real time we are not using the source reference columns.
Yes, source reference column we will not use. Only for the destination columns. For example, in Oracle Cloud, whatever the columns are there, that only we will use. Or extra columns we can use, that is for DFF purpose.
Can be enabled in the same page, right? Same Java family.
We will enable.
Okay.
I will cover that example also. Okay. Now coming to the data file. Coming to the download the data file. Download the data file from view business object. Download the data file from download the job family.
You mean
data
template, Vamshi?
Data
Template,
file or
right?
template, both are template from template file. View business object. So go to the view business object. Download. So this is the data file.
Once I have one more doubt, once in the previous example. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll ask that.
job family. Yeah, I will create one folder here. Data load. I will mention August. August. So here one thing you have to understand, guys, the file which you downloaded, that should not be 30 something, because in my downloads there are many files are there with the Java family. That is the reason it is came at 30, but in your case it will come correctly. So the data file name cannot be changed. The data file name cannot be changed. That means whatever you download, that should be same as is. So here the data file Java family there, right? Java family DAT file, this will be there. File name. This name cannot be changed. This name cannot be changed. Okay, now open this one. Here one thing you have to understand, whatever the ID values, right? So this will be generated by system. Java family ID, right? This will be generated by system. Effective start date, effective start date is mandatory, right? So Java family ID I have removed because that will be generated by system. Effective start date, we have to enter. Effective end date not mandatory, you remove here. Java family code name, action region code not required, you remove from here. If you want, we can keep, that's not a problem. So, but we are going to concentrate only for mandatory columns. Active status, mandatory. Source system owner and source system ID. We will get this data from the legacy system. And this GUID will be generated by system. The source reference columns not required. So remaining whatever you don't require, you remove from data file. You remove from the data file like this. So wantedly, I'm keeping some errors in the file. So wantedly, I'm keeping some errors in the file. Why? Because I told you, right? You remember yesterday, if the structure of the file not correct, then the data will not go into the staging table. Staging table. That means it will verify whether the structure of the file is correct or not. Structure means it will be metadata, merge, syntaxes, everything will be proper. So for example, normally merge will be capital letters. This structure I'm making wrong. So why? Because to see the errors. And here the pipeline is there. This pipeline after end of the column, if you add one more pipeline, it will expect one more column here. But to see the errors, I'm making wrong data, wrong structure. Structure of the file I'm making wrong. Okay. So job family, this is the merge command I'm using, and you will see job family, the file discriminator. So this file discriminator you can see from view business object. So this is called file discriminator. That means in the merge first will be file discriminator name will be there. So that you can get from here view business object, or the job family file name also same. To maintain the structure, effective start date also, I am giving wrong data. 25/07/2024. I am giving the wrong data. Job family code I am giving something A code. You can give any name. Job family name, A name. Active status, A. Source system owner, SAP. And source system ID 1. So now you verify here, merge Java family, this one effective started, I have given wrong. Java family code, okay, A Java code, something you can do. What are the name? A Java code. A Java name. active status A, source system owner, and source system ID. Source system owner name, whatever you entered in the lookup, right? That name should match here. Source system owner name, whatever you entered the name, right? That name should match here in the starting of the step. So now what you will do, the structure of the file, wantedly I am making the wrong. Why? Because you see the failure in the import time. I told you that we have import and load. So what import will do? Import will load the data into staging table. So what staging table role here? Staging table role is the structure of the file is correct, then only the data will store into staging table.
To record, you can enter invalid data and to record valid data, That is the better understanding, right?
Don't worry, Narendra. You will get any full meals. I told you, na. Everything I will show you. Okay. I know. I remember everything. So whatever you are expecting, everything I will show you. 2 records success, 2 records failure, everything I will do you. Okay. So one by one I am going. First starting onwards I am. Huh? So now the complete structure of the file is correct. Source system owner, source system ID I mentioned, right? Here, if I add the extra pipe symbol, it will expect one more column, but I am not adding because I want to show you the errors. Merge the capital letters. So I mentioned at the wrong. The effective started also wrong. So I mentioned effective started also wrong. Let's see now what will happen. See the changes. So I added the 4. Okay, let's data change. Sorry, let's see. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fine. So the columns are matching or not, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here the changes. So after you prepare the data file, and post it. After you prepare the data file, convert the file to zip file. After you prepare the data file, convert the file to zip file. After you prepare the data file, convert the DAT file to zip file. After you prepare the data file, convert the data file to zip file. So how to convert the data file? So select this job family, send to invest. So this zip file name can be any name. This zip file name can be any name. So usually we will give run1 underscore 25 07 24 job family run1 25 07 24. You can give any name, but usually we used to give the run1 and date. No confusion, right? Okay. So now let's go to the import and load data. Import and load data. Import and load data. So now what you will click on import file. Import and load data. Click on import file. Navigation I will show you. So you have to come to my client group. You have to come to my client group. Client group, data exchange, import and load data. To download the file, you have to go to view business object. To load the data, you can go to this import and load data, import file. So in the import file, choose file. So whatever the data file, you can open. So guys, here two things you have to understand, guys. One is, I think I have not covered the UCM, right? Okay, sorry guys. We need to understand what is meant by UCM. So basically, what will happen is UCM or web center content or content server. So every Fusion instance, every Fusion Cloud software, every Fusion Cloud software, we have UCM. Every Fusion Cloud software, we have UCM. So how to UCM is like kind of file server in Oracle Fusion Cloud. File server in Oracle Fusion Cloud. So like when we do the inbound and outbound, when we do any inbound and outbound, we will use this UCM server. So how to open this UCM server? I will tell you that. How to open the UCM server? Copy this link, highlighted one blue color. Open the next tab. You append the CS. You open the Fusion Cloud instance, host name, append with Fusion Cloud instance host name, append with yes. So this is the host name and CS. Copy this one. Okay. Copy this and go to next tab, append with the CS, enter. Search. Okay. So that means every file, whatever we are sending from here to here, the file will be sit into UCM. Without content server, the file, HCM data loader will not understand where the file belongs to. That means after you upload the file using import file, and when you press the review parameters. So for HCM data loader, this is the program, import and load data is the one of the program. So this program required some parameters. So what parameters required, that I will tell you. So when we press the review parameters, it will show the list of parameters for this program. And what will happen when you press the review parameters? So if you want to make the default parameters for this program, so you no need to you no need to go for the review parameters. You can go with the submit directly. So if you want to see the review parameters, you can go here and see that. If you want, you can modify. What will happen when you press the review parameters? The file, whatever you loaded from using this import file, first step is the file will be sit into here. The file will be sit into first step. It will come here. If you want to modify the parameters for this program, you can go with the review parameters, or you can directly press the submit. So for this program, we need to pass some parameters. Parameter means values. So that parameters, if you want to see, then you can go with the review parameters. If you don't want to see directly, I want to make the default those values, then you can go with the submit. But if you go for review parameters and submit, the file, whatever you uploaded here, first the file will be sit into UCM, Web Center content, UCM, content server, all are same. So this will come along with your Fusion software instance. To open this one, I told you, right? Copy this link, append with the CS. So now review parameters, click on. Okay. So this is the program name or process name, both we can say process name, and this is the parameters. So now as soon as I click the review parameters, the file sit into UCM, click on search. You will see the file. See, Java family run 1 250724. The file placed into UCM, and the content ID also will be generated. So here if you see 29010, so this is the content ID and this is the file name. So this is the parameters. So this is the parameters. And file action, I told you that we have a import and load and import only. So what is the difference between the import only and import and load? Import only means it will load the data into staging table. Load means load the data into staging table as well as the base tables. For now, I am using import.
Like scheduling the HDL, right, Vamsi?
Which one?
It's like scheduling the HDL, right?
No, we are doing manual approach here. Scheduling means here also schedule options are there. Okay, that is not required now. So file action, I am using import only.
Vamsi, even though we do that submit now, it will create that content ID, right?
Yes. I told you now, when you go for submit also, the file will be placed into UCM and content ID will be generated. Content ID will be generated. Okay. So encryption, I think not required, because if you want to maintain the security for that, then you can mention the encryption. You need to pass some keys here, but I am not using the encryption and decryption. Mention the none. So maximum percentage errors, how many you want to display? 100 I am mentioning. And delete source file. Delete source file. For example, after you submit, you want to delete this file from here. Delete this file from here. Then you can mention this checkbox. You can mention this checkbox. If you don't want to delete the file from the UCM, uncheck this one. Uncheck this one. Maximum concurrent threads for the import, maximum concurrent threads for the file transfer. For example, same time you are running the same program. So like if you want to do the large amount of data handling, you can increase the size here. 1 to 1000. If you want to maintain the concurrency for this file loading, you can mention the something, you can increase 1 to 1000 like that. Okay. So for now, I think in the demo instance, this will not be impact. So click on submit. So this is the parameter, but I am using only import only. So we are doing only for data loading into staging table. We are not loading the data into base tables. So base table, if you want to do, then you can do the import and load. If you want to do staging table, then you can do this one. Both also you can put. That's not a problem. Just for understanding, I am using import only. Submit. Submit. So what will happen, guys? One process ID will be generated here. Okay, one process ID will be generated, and the file has deleted from where? UCM. The file will be deleted from the UCM. Click on OK. Refresh. Refresh. Now let me verify. Search. Search. There's still maybe. Okay, so error is, but I don't know why it should delete, but it is not deleted. So deleted, right? Did you observe? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So refresh. Import status will be fail or success? Failed.
Fail.
Fail.
So why? Because the data wantedly we have entered the wrong data. I told you, right? Our structure of the file itself wrong. Why? I told you, right? Every column end it should not come. Merge will be a capital letters. Date format is also wrong. So now what you will do? If you see the errors, you can go to this message. So this is called dashboard. I can say this is the dashboard. Errors you can see here. So what is the error? The instruction is invalid. Valid instructions are metadata, merge, delete, and set and command. So you have to use the merge command here. Capital letters, but I have mentioned wantedly small. So now you see here merge. Here the file definition, business object, job, family, critical errors. So and the metadata line cannot be processed. Attribute is unknown version of the business object. Unknown means, so it is expecting one more column here. So that means in this version, this is not proper version like that. It is not understanding. So it is expecting one more column. It is saying that not correct version. That is the one. Okay. So this is the run one. So now I have shown the
How to view
errors.
the error data, Vamsi?
Huh?
No, can you please show again how to view this error information?
Click this one. Click this link.
No, from that previous screen. Go back one step.
Oh, this one. Okay, you come here. There is a message symbol is there.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Using this message symbol, you can do. Okay.
Okay.
And we have a error table also there. I will show you error table tomorrow class. Topping for today. Anything you want to ask?
Vamshi, the correct data will also be shown tomorrow, right? We have seen the error today. Some
Error,
errors that-
which one?
In the data file, we have seen some errors, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow we will see it correctly, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I know correct data also, but
Yes.
just for your understanding only, I'm showing.
Okay.
SQL, how it is going, guys, or anything?
It's going good, Vamshi, right now.
Okay.
Vamshi,
Yes.
this video, please keep it early, Vamshi. We'll also practice because we don't have time, right? That is what I'm asking. Only this today's video record place. We'll keep it some place, right?
Yeah. But yesterday, till yesterday, it is there, right?
Yeah, I did not check it, Vamshi.
Yes,
This is
okay,
what
it is there.
it was there, I think so. But this today's just keep it